Hey guys, this is Sunday 1520, and here we are with our 8th scripting tutorial. And by now you guys should know a lot, really. You guys, you got some pretty in-depth scripting skills by now. It may not seem like it, but if you ever set your mind to something, like, just go build a game, and if you're like, hey, I don't know how to do that, well, just try it out. You'll know how to do it. Most of it. Anyways, today we will be doing Instance.new. So Instance.new is Instance.new. Well, what it is it creates a new instance. So a new, like, basic object of whatever you put in. So what I'm gonna do here, insert a part, and this is how you make droppers for tycoons. If you guys have ever seen tycoons, how they create a brick randomly and it goes along like a conveyor belt or something, and it hits the thing and disappears, or it like drops down, hits the thing and disappears. Well, the whole create the brick part is what I'm about to show you. The removing it when it hits the thing, you guys could probably figure that out if you really set your minds to it. So yeah, here's our part. I'm just going to anchor that. There we go. And just because it'll make things a bit easier, I'm going to stretch her out just a touch. Maybe not that big. Like that. That's fine. That's a decent size for this. So now, get our script in there. So Instance.new. So here's how you set it up. Okay, first of all, I was just typing and I completely forgot. What you want is a variable. You always want a variable. L equals instance.new, oops, not capital there, instance.new part. Because if you look down here, to make a new brick, it's actually called, well, I can't put it in here, but when it's in here, you guys know that it's called a part, right? So, instance.new part. But you want it to equal L, because if you don't, you have no way of configuring what it is. Like, if you want to do L.size, which is just a property thing, equals vector3, and you guys know about vector3 from the CFraming tutorial last time. When there's three things like in position or CFrame, and size, stuff like that, there's three, you need vector3. So L.size equals vector3.new, and we're just going to make a small little 1 by 1 by 1 by 1 brick. So if I didn't make this L equals instance.new, well, I can't do that, and there's no way to refer to that brick. But before we do that, what we want to do is say L.parent equals script.parent. So that's what we want. Then the instance.new part will come out of this. It'll be inside of here. But we can also, instead of doing that, script.parent right up there, that'll make it its parent, and you don't need another line. So the more lines you save, the less lag in your game. So you always want to save as much as possible. So L equals instance.new part, you put a comma, and then you type what the part parent is going to be. So instead of typing L.parent equals script.parent, that the part is created under the part, or under this right here. So it's already like that. Now what we want, because it's being created, if we create it inside the brick, there's always a possibility of the brick getting stuck in there, or glitching, just flying out randomly. So that's always bad. So what we want is to use our CFraming, and this is why I did CFrame before this. So we use L.CFrame equals L.CFrame plus vector3.new, and then we put it in. And we want the y-axis, because we're creating it under the brick so that it falls. We want it to just be a -1 there. So it'll be created one stud below the position of the part right here. Yeah, I'll just go back here. It'll be created one stud below there so that it doesn't get stuck inside of it. And that'll prevent glitching from happening. And yeah, so that'll create a part, and I'll just start with that for now. So press play. I think we missed it. Give me just a second. Let's just replay that. Alright, so the part's being created over here. Let's make sure. Yeah, it is over here. So, oh, that's why. Alright, I know exactly what happened. But see, the parent is the part, so we did that part, right? But our C-framing is wrong. Man, I am really bad at C-framing, even after the last tutorial. L.C-frame. Here's our problem. L doesn't really... Its C-frame is going to be like ren, like you don't even know it. It hardly exists because L is just being created. What we want is it, because remember we're making it under this brick, we want it to be script. Okay, I'm just going to make a variable up here. This is going to make it way easier. Up here I'm just going to say b equals script dot parent. So L.C-frame equals B.C-frame minus the stud on the y-axis. So now it's under this, and that was our problem there. That was pretty bad. So create it. There it is, right there. Hallelujah. So here's where it gets interesting. You put, like I said, I'm showing you a basic form of how to do this for a dropper in a tycoon, the things that make the money bricks. So heck, why not? L.name equals, no, I don't think I need the brackets. Money brick. Maybe I do need the brackets there. I'm not sure what this error is. Oh, it's because of the end. Well, who knows if this was wrong. L.name equals money brick. Yeah, I didn't think I needed it. So, while true do, we want to wait not at the start, because we want it to create it instantly once we have it. So we want at the end here, wait 3 seconds before while true do works. But then down here we want L, or yeah, we want to remove the brick. So L, wait, or what am I going to do here? Wait 3 seconds, create the brick, wait 3 seconds, we'll remove it right here too. So L, remove, that'll work. So we'll wait 3 seconds, we'll drop it, or we'll put it there, wait 3 seconds, remove it, make a new one, because we're in while true do loop. So, create the brick. Actually, we're not going to be able to see that. That's going to be going so fast because it removes scripts, it reads this really fast, so it's going to remove it and create a new one so fast we're not even going to know. So I'm just going to put like a little 1 second wait in here so we can see the gap of where it removes and creates new ones, just for you guys. So, creates, removes, creates. There we go. That's what we want. Alright. So, what we're going to do now is make it so that, first off, when that brick's just staying there, let me look at this for a second. We don't want it to stay there, so let's try a -2 going on right here. Interesting. Unanchored, yet it stays there. That is quite something. I'm gonna figure that out. So, 1 second, guys. Let's stop the script. you. I'm just gonna bring this part up. Anchored, no. Play. Oh yeah, I forgot that one goes over there. I'm gonna have to test that with like dance floor. Bring it up. Play it. False, because it's unanchored. Which is what the Instance.new part should be doing. To be honest guys, I'd have to look at this a bit. Because, oh man, I'm sure this is something really obvious too. It's kind of upsetting me actually. Yeah. Maybe. Alright, whatever. We're done with that. This is about Instance.new. So, making a drop. I will get back to you guys on that. I'm gonna figure that one out. I'm pretty sure it's something easy. You guys are probably looking at this and being like, oh, I know why it's staying still. But, to be honest, I don't at the moment. But I will, and I'll let you guys know. So I'm gonna do something else here. I'm gonna make instance, s equals instance.new smoke. And smoke's parent is going to be script.parent. And smoke is a special effect used in the creation of awesome things. I'm just kidding. Smoke is mostly used as a special effect, though I personally have never made a role-playing game, so I don't use smoke on houses, chimneys, and stuff like that, although most people do. But what I usually use smoke for is, I made a teleporter, in this recent model, so you can look at it right here. As you can see with effects, I have smoke that appears and like disappears and blows up in different colors and stuff. Check it out if you want to look at the script and see what's going on there. It's just Instance.new. So yeah, smoke. You can make the smoke different colors and stuff. It's really quite unique. So what I'm going to do here to show you guys is in this part, because why not? What you always want to do is get some whatever you're making and look at the properties so you know what you're going to change. So I'm going to make green smoke, and I know that green is this last number here, I believe. Let's check that. Oh no, green's the middle one. Green is the middle one. I messed up. Whatever though. So there's our smoke. So what we want is s dot color equals, and this is how you do colors. You do, when you're doing the numbered ones like this, if you just choose the name of a color, like on brick, well, you guys know how to do that. But for this, you have to do color 3, like vector 3 pretty much, but no, it's not. It's color 3. Color3.new, and we put in our color 3, which is 0, 255, 0, close it up. So, we're going to have a green, lime greenish color of smoke. S.enabled. It should be automatically enabled, but it's always good to have a backup in case that doesn't happen. We don't need to change the name. Opacity. You guys may or may not know what that means. It's like the transparency, pretty much. That's pretty much what it is, transparency. But it's like the thickness of the smoke. So if you have it at like 0.5 like it is, you can sort of see through the smoke. But I like having a big bulky smoke, so you put it at 1. And rise velocity. You can make it look. If it's at 1, it just barely sort of floats up. But you can make it really cool by changing the rise velocity to a high number. Let's just change it to like 100 or something like that. And it looks pretty sick. And then s.size, you always want that to be something cool as well. The bigger the better. And that's all. So we get out of here. Take the smoke out of this one. And if we play it, there goes the big ball of smoke. Which is cool, but see, we have the weight. The weight is bad for smoke. So, what we gotta do to get rid of that random puffs of smoke is you got to keep it enabled. So when we look back in this part, we'll create that smoke in there again. And there we have it. So what we want to check is for any glitches. So if we look at the rise velocity, the max is 25. So let's make sure we respect that. Put that to 25. Size max is, let's see, 100. We get a good 100 going here. There we go, giant green puff. And such and such. So, you guys know Instance.new now. You can create an Instance.new of anything that's like anything, pretty much anything in this thing. You create an Instance.new brick color value, because that is down here, right here. You can create that. Set all the things to it. Alright, so sorry about that, my little brother. I had to pause for a second. I'm sure you guys aren't phased because I just keep going. But anyways, the real point of this video, of course, you know Instance.new now. But what I was trying to stress the most is to look into these basic objects and start using some of this stuff. Like fire. Fire is a really cool one. You just have the flame constantly burning there. If you change the color of the flame, you can get a blue fire going right here with that red outline, and I'm not sure how well you guys can see that, so I'll just bump up the heat and the size. Bam. Look at that. That's a pretty nasty looking fire right there, and those are some cool special effects that you can get out of this game. There's so many different things. And so yeah, play around with that. And another practice for Instance.new, I am going to create a new instance. Gotta put my variable h equals Instance.new humanoid. I don't know if I've done this with you guys yet. I don't believe I have. But when you have a humanoid in something, here, I'm going to go to other. We're going to shove a humanoid in here. And 1 second. Humanoid. Oh yeah. That's why you can put it in there. Change the name of, well, I'll change this thing's name to head for the humanoid that we're about to create. But say other. We want to put a humanoid in there. We gotta rename it head because the humanoid is always stored in the head pretty much. That's just how it works. So if we name it head, we can look for here we go. Usually they're put into models. So let's get this part in head. Control select. If you hold control and select them, you can get both. These are some basic things. Hold control G or press control G, turns it into a model. Shove the humanoid in the model. There we go. The name of the model. Actually this head. We're gonna scratch that script. We're gonna put it in here. We're just gonna do this. So let's get rid of both of these. And we'll create a new instance inside here. So if you look at the humanoid, this is how people get names above, as you can see by that text. But what they do is turn the max health down to 0 here, and look at that, the health bar is gone. So there, now you just have the name of whatever's here. So if I change the name of this model to, like, in the Tycoon, how they say, by, like, wall 1 or something like that. There it is, by wall 1. And that's how people do that. But I'm just going to name it that thing. And because this is the head, see over here, it's not above over there. And it's not in the middle of the model, it's over here because it always goes above the head. And you have to have a head for the humanoid to work. So that's what you want to do. That's how you get a humanoid. It's always good to go ahead and AR0's turn walk speed down to 0 and make sure all those things are off. I'll teach you guys how to make NPCs later. Target point, walk to point, stuff like that can be used. So that thing, script, you can insert scripts into models. So it's not really in anything, it's just in the model, and you can do that. So yeah, H equals instance. Ooh, I think I spelled something wrong. I don't know if I actually did. It just felt like it, so I went back. Okay, Instance.new humanoid. And we know what a humanoid is because we found it before. Find first child humanoid to kill it in kill bricks that we've done a couple times. So H dot, and I'm going to save a line here and do the parent is going to be script dot parent. So yay, there we go. So H dot max health equals 0, H dot health equals 0, H dot walk speed equals 0, and that is that. So now our humanoid will be, say, it'll be created and it'll say that thing above it, and health, walk speed, yeah. So press play. That thing. There we go, because we create the humanoid in here. So yeah, that's that pretty much. Yeah. So there you have it. That is Instance.new in a wrap. And I'm gonna do some cool stuff with you guys in a future tutorial. So you know what, next tutorial, I'm gonna do it next tutorial for sure. I'm gonna teach you guys how to make, so if we put in here, you put in, I'm gonna teach you guys a billboard GUI and text label. So I'm gonna do GUIs. So just get this going here, just to show you 0.25, and I'll explain all this later. In a script, you do that by saying udim2, and yeah, it's kind of weird, but it is what it is. So we do that. Text is a label, that's fine for now. So active and visible is on. Oh, I think that one is a problem, but I don't know, to be honest. Well, oh, here's our problem. We gotta make this thing 0.25 and 0.25. There we go. That's billboard GUI right there. So yeah, that's what it is. I'm gonna get into that next tutorial. In GUI in general, I'm gonna make a screen GUI. GUI is gonna be a long tutorial because there's so much to talk about. But that's what we're doing next. So remember that. And like, subscribe, all that jazz. Keep your test place going. If you don't want to wait for me for GUIs, just get out there. All of these things in here, just put them all in seats, skateboards. You've probably seen them in games. Play lots of games. That's always a good idea. It gets you thinking, gives you ideas. But yeah, keep your test places running. Keep advancing your scripting skills. You guys can do a lot more than you think you probably can right now. So, yeah, like, subscribe, all that jazz. And catch the next one on GUIs. That will be coming right after this. See you guys.